Christopher Thomas, the gunman behind the 1984 Palm Sunday massacre that left 10 people, was released from prison in January. New York State Parole Board, Bruce Johnson right-wing Tribune, the black monster behind one of the most infamous mass shootings in city history dubbed as the Palm Sunday massacre that left 8 children and 2 young moms in Brooklyn in 1984 has been secretly released from an upstate prison in New York. How special. Freaking liberals don't get it. I guarantee this thug will be back in prison within weeks, if not sooner. The gunman behind the 1984 Palm Sunday massacre that left 10 people and was considered one of New York City's largest mass shootings in decades was quietly released from prison by liberal authorities, Fox News reports. The victims of the slaying were Bermudez's pregnant wife, another adult woman and 8 children. Christopher Thomas, 68, was released from Shawangunk Correctional Facility on January 5 and is believed to be residing in Queens, New York, the New York Post reported. He was released after serving about 2/3 of his 50-year maximum sentence, good behavior and fulfilling other criteria, a New York State Department of Corrections spokesperson said. Thomas slaughtered the innocents in an East New York apartment on a rainy Palm Sunday, the blood-soaked culmination of a beef with the home's owner, convicted cocaine dealer Enrique Bermudez. Thomas, now 68, was released nearly 3 months ago and is believed to be living in Queens. He doesn't deserve to be on the street. He ed poor, innocent children, retired NYPD Lieutenant Herbert Homan, who led the investigation and testified against Thomas, told the Post on Friday. The parole board did not let him out, the spokesperson said. He had 5 appearances before the parole board and was denied every time. He doesn't need board approval because he served 2/3. Former NYPD Commissioner Ray Kelly said Friday that Thomas' heinous crime warranted the maximum penalty. One person survived the shooting, a toddler named Christina Rivera who was adopted by a police officer who was at the scene, the New York Times reported. Investigators were never able to nail down a sole motive for the heinous slayings, whose victims included Bermudez's 6 months pregnant girlfriend, Virginia Lopez, 24, another woman and children ages 3 to 14. Detectives walked in to find the television on and many of the tiny victims still sitting upright as though frozen at the moment Thomas executed them at close range with gunshots to the head. One child was eating chocolate pudding, sitting on the couch in a suspended state, with a spoon still in her hand, retired NYPD Detective Bo Dietel told the Post in 2009 ahead of Thomas' first parole hearing. There were victims sitting around the living room with fear on their faces after being systematically shot. Bermudez wasn't even home at the time. The only occupant spared was 13-month-old Christina Rivera, dubbed the only survivor on a Post front page. Sick bastard gets released. Why? Liberalism. This thug is useless and belongs in his cage. New York is a cesspool of liberal lunatics. Fricking scumbags. Screw New York. Liberal trash. #MAGA God bless. Bruce Johnson right-wing Tribune. Be sure to follow us on Nation in Distress and America's Freedom Fighters on Facebook.